Hey, this is the Be a Hero Gaming channel where we talk about all things games and how to be a hero in real life. Today we have the unboxing of Command of Nature. I know I've been doing a ton of unboxing videos lately, but I'm kind of getting overcome by Kickstarter starting to show up, and it's becoming a little bit overwhelming, but hopefully we'll get some of these games to the table and talk about what we like about them. This game is Command of Nature, the Kickstarter edition, which is made by Unstable Games. They also make games like Here to Slay and Casting Shadows, which we also have, and that's kind of the main reason why I backed this game, is because we really enjoy playing this game. It's a little, it can be a little swingy at times because of the dice, but we have fun playing that game. Casting Shadows, I did a video on this. Very cool game, except if everybody gangs up on you, can be wiped out in like 2 turns. But anyway, don't make enemies with this game, and it's pretty cool. But this is another game made by Unstable Games. And basically, what you're doing is you're taking on the role of one of these sages here. And it says you go head-to-head with rival sages. You summon elemental warriors from the twig, leaf, droplet, and pebble factions. Kind of interesting here. And there's an expansion here that has, I think, sand and wind or something. Yeah, it says sand and wind. So I guess a couple of different factions here to add to it. And as you play the game, it says you'll level up and gain access to extraordinary new abilities, elemental champions, and when the dust settles, who will emerge victorious? Kind of a cool twist on games. Something they haven't done before is with the leveling up. I know they have you can transform in your shadow form in Casting Shadows, but leveling up has been kind of a new mechanic here they're kind of playing around with, and we'll see how that goes in this game. And speaking of leveling up, you know, as I'm pulling the wrapper off this here, I think a lot of people think in their lives they have to level up one level at a time, and not necessarily true. Let me tell you about my wife. After she had our first child, she came to me, she was about, I think it's 6 weeks or 8 weeks afterwards. She came to me and said, hey, I have an idea. And I said, oh, what are you thinking? She said, well, I want to go run a marathon. And I said, a marathon? And me being kind of a little bit naive, said, what's that, like 8 miles, 9 miles? And she said, no, it's 26. Actually, a little over 26. And I thought she was absolutely crazy. I thought, a marathon, 26 miles? You're never going to do that. You're going from level 0, having just had a baby, to like level 99. There's no way you can run a marathon. Basically, she said, hold my game and watch this. And she started training, and when I saw her dedicated to going on her weekly and weekend runs, I kind of got a little bit jealous that she had this awesome lofty goal, and here I am sitting at home on the couch. And I thought, well, maybe I'll try to do the marathon thing too. And so I jumped on the training with her, and we ended up completing the marathon very slowly, but we made it to the very end. And just really cool example to me, someone who's just had a baby and has all these great ambitions to get out there and change herself physically. And also, I mean, my wife's a power lifter. She's not a runner. And so this was like a big deal for her to go do this, and just really impressed by her dedication. So with that said, guys, don't think when you see the level question mark sign on the channel, don't think you have to level up incrementally. Sometimes that's the way you got to do it. Just little increments, leveling up a little bit at a time. But if you want to go big, so many people told her, well, you should run a 5K first, or a 10K, or a half marathon, because a marathon's just too big. You can't do that. And I just love that she, you know, basically again said, hold my game, watch this. And she went and did it. So again, you know, sometimes we take our time, we do things incrementally, and sometimes just leap at it. If you want to get something, just go get it. Okay, so here we have the Command of Nature rulebook, which is 27 pages long. So a little bit longer than Tainted Grail, but much smaller pages. So that's going to be nice to go through here. And let's see, there's a little blurb here at the front. Glory awaits the master of the elements. Most of these Unstable games, they have these kind of fun little animations here that kind of make the game a little bit more fun, but they say for older ages on them. I think this one's like 12 and older or something. I think just because of the theme that you're going after the rival sages and trying to knock them out. Here you have what's in the box here, and this might not be a super exciting unboxing because it looks like it's going to be player boards and some cards and some tokens. But we'll see here. And then I guess as you get cards, you're going to get new, more powerful little buddies to help you out. and they come out and they're able to do battle. So how to start here, and so a few pages of just kind of how to get going here, and then this is how you do battle. The cool thing about this game is, I guess you can do it 3 and 4 players, and I think they show you in here how to do that. So usually just on a 2-player game, you're gonna go head to head, and oh, maybe that's over here. And then I think if you're going 4 players, you are kind of playing 2 against 2. And if you go 3 players, I think one person's playing 2 factions against 2 other people playing 1 faction. I think it's something like that. And a nice cool piece of art there with these little fun little creatures, his ant and his huge club doing battle here. So a lot of pictures in here. So it looks like this game should be pretty straightforward and figure out how to play here. A little bit on each one of the factions here. Okay, very cool. So that's the rule book there for Command of Nature, 27 pages long, a lot of artwork in there. So a lot of that, not all that's going to be rules here. Here we have the tokens here, and it looks like these are probably going to be tokens for each one of the factions. The pebble, twig, leaf, and droplet, I think those were. They're same on the back there. And there's a bunch of these. Oh, these are probably the player boards. Some arrows and some shields. Not sure what these do, but oh, got little numbers on the back there. There's those. Okay, cedar, the twig, sage. Does this open? Oh, it sure does. Okay, that pops open there. And there is the twig sage. And there's nothing on the back here except for the name of it there. And then it's just going to kind of run through what this guy does here. And I don't know if these are asymmetrical. I imagine they probably are. But oh yeah, they're different here. So these look the same here. You summon an element, you play a command, and you swap and you drop. But these are different over here, what they can do. So it does look like they're going to be a little bit asymmetrical just depending on who you want to choose here. Cedar the twig, Porella the leaf sage, and a couple more in here. Torrent the droplet guy, looks like a frogman or something. And again, I guess it's going to be important to figure out what these do, to figure out who you want to be, not just the art, but what the individual can do. And then looks like a mole here is the pebble sage. And then, oh, there's some metal coins in here. Cool. Okay. Comes a little roll of metal coins. And I imagine the tokens are all going to go in these slots here once you get those all punched out. And then we have various decks of cards here. This is the pebble sage, the twig, droplet, the leaf, and then elemental market deck. Okay, so I guess you can pick up some stuff that's not specific to your sage. And then on this deck here, the command market deck. So looks like there's going to be some item cards or something that you can get along with your individual cards that go with your sage. So yeah, so these are probably all going to be the same on the back here. So they probably get all shuffled up. And then you've got this crossbow, a couple of crossbows. Oh, and this is a double crossbow. So a bunch of cool weapons in here. Looks like you're going to be able to get a flaming sword. They're probably going to augment attacks or something like that. So you're going to be hoping you get the right ones of those. And looks like some blue cards here. This might be like magic or something here that you can get. Natural defense. I don't imagine this there's no campaign or anything with this game, so I don't imagine I'm spoiling anything for you guys here. Just kind of examples of some of the item cards you can get here. And it looks, I'm sure each one, oh, and there's a cost on these too. So maybe those coins are gonna depend on how many coins you have, whether you can buy these or not. Divine Comet, and these are expensive, so this must be something pretty big. Magic Remedy, so maybe you can heal too. Oh, some kind of fun stuff. Astral Stars, Unknown Gateway. Cool. So very cool looking item cards there that you can get. And let's see what the Elemental Market deck is all about here. And again, this might be specific to each one of the things. So these might be additional cards you can get depending on your faction. So Twig can get these little wooden guys to help him out here. Okay. A couple of the guys. Oh, this guy's not wooden, but hey, he can help Twig out. And then the droplet guy's got some ocean buddies here to help. And these also have costs on them as well. So I guess your coin's going to be used. This one's 5, so this guy must be pretty good. Some of the droplet guys there. And here's the pebble guy here. He's got obviously some stone buddies to help him out. And then the leaf guy here. It's got some little forest growths here to help him out. There's an expensive guy there. He must be pretty good. So very cool. So it looks like, again, a game of you have your player boards and your cards. Let's pull one of these regular decks out here just to see what they look like. We got Pebble on top here. We'll see what Pebble Sage Pack is going to be able to tell us about. It's a little tricky to get these off of here. I'm real tight. How about we do this? There we go. Okay. So these, I think, are the guys you stack out in that pyramid formation that they showed you earlier. And I'm not sure, again, how that works, if the guy in the front is kind of like the one that's going at it or what. Here's just kind of some examples of some of these guys that these don't have costs on the bottom that I can see. Ooh, maybe this elephant guy's, ooh, this guy's pretty tough. I really like the artwork for these. Oh, some basic weapons that comes with here. So maybe these are basic weapons you already get that you don't have to buy. And if you want to swap them out for other ones, you can. But I really like the artwork of these. It's just kind of fun and a little bit whimsical, but just makes the game kind of a little bit more lighthearted than one of the more serious or heavy games. So that's Casting Shadows. All right, I'm sorry, Command of Nature, not Casting Shadows. And I imagine this one here, again, is just the other two factions here with their cards, and it looks like some additional tokens. So that maybe they have a different rule or something, or some kind of different mechanic that they're going to use these tokens for here, for these two factions. And I think it says on the side that it's 1 to 4 players. 2 to 4, sorry, 2 to 4 players. Can't play this single player. 2 to 4 players in this game. Again, guys, remember, certain things you level up incrementally. So it might take you just little bits at a time to level up. Learning smaller, lighter games, or if you want to jump into a big game, just jump into it and read through the rules and dive right into something enormous. But same thing for your life. If you want to make incremental changes, that's the way to do it, just a little bit at a time. But if you come up with a lofty goal, something you want to go after, don't let people tell you can't do it. Go get them. You guys take care. Thanks for watching.